Damn, son, where'd you find this?
People don't be offended by the truth. They be offended because you called out the truth. Simple as that. They don't want to hear any other narrative that makes them look bad.
One thing I can't stand at this big grown age is somebody who act like cause and effect does not exist. Like, yes, your actions caused this outcome. Yes, what you did lit the match. Like, why are you surprised and playing victim?
Guys, Chico, they never lie.
That's how you know somebody doesn't respect you. They listen to reply, not to be understood. They cut you off. They minimize what actually matters to you. They laugh at your boundaries, and then they call you sensitive when you try to hold the line. They show up late, they cancel last minute, forget the things you've told them, because in their world, your time, your energy, even your voice aren't a priority. They're just an option. You see, there are two kinds of people. Those who adjust when they realize they've actually hurt you, and those who expect you to adjust so they don't have to change. You don't need to be disrespected loudly to be disrespected deeply. Sometimes you'll see it. It's just in their tone, in their patterns, in the silence after you're no. Respect isn't what they say when they're watching. It's how they act when they think you'll tolerate it.
What's good? What's good? What's good? Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. What's the word? What's the word? How's everybody? Hold on. Let me get that right. All right. I prefer black. My favorite color blue, but I prefer black. How everybody doing tonight, man? Happy Saturday. Peace and blessings. Glory, praise, and honor to the Most High. It's good to be here with y'all. Appreciate you for being with me tonight. We got a nice one. It's going to be a reaction video. This ain't no 5 second, 20-second clip. We got us a half an hour. We about to really get into it. Long story, bro. I'm not really a big fan of him anymore, and I'm gonna get into why. Corey Holcomb, he has some words for the Fresh and Fit podcast, and I think he was actually directing a lot of this towards a few people in general, not just them specifically. And I thought it would be important to have this conversation because, you know, we watch a variety of different people on social media. You have your favorites, I have my favorites. I have my go-tos, you have your go-tos. But with variety, there comes this eerie sense of, do I trust them? Do I fully invest into what they are putting out there in terms of their content, in terms of their beliefs and things of that nature? Which is why when I saw that he actually addressed this, I knew I was going to have to do a reaction for it. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bring this up on the big screen. Shout outs to my poets, my writers, my content creators, my actresses, my authors, all of y'all, man. You know, I'm going to give y'all flowers because that's my first love. But I got to hear what he has to say. This is my first time actually listening and watching this in its entirety all the way through. So I just kind of want to see what his position is. Maybe y'all agree, maybe you disagree. But what I will say real quick is I used to watch Fresh and Fit a lot. 2-3 years ago, I did. Because a lot of those conversations, like they're blunt. They might be overly aggressive, but everybody's delivery is not the same. And you might reach your audience or get through to them being that way. Some folks don't like soft spoken. Some people prefer you to be loud. Some people prefer you to be animated. This one, I don't know. Y'all be the judge. As time progressed, and I kind of saw, let me get this right. I kind of saw that when I was leaning towards a lot of the discussions they had, I noticed that they were turning into shows where it was just about shaming women, shaming a culture of people. They weren't really being very respectful. It was turning into a circus, to be honest with you. Like when you would have women on the show and you're trying to have these discussions, I thought the point of having these interactions between men and women were to actually get somewhere, right? Everybody don't operate on the same intellectual level. You might know more than me than vice versa. When it started coming down to people body shaming and calling people out their names, and you call them black women and all these different people, the bitch word and this that, and started getting way too extreme, and it started to turn into like this thing where you're doing all of this for clout and attention. You're trying to piss people off. You can make an argument for hypergamy. You can say that women are this way. You can say that men are this way, while also being respectful with your delivery and approach. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start playing this because yeah, we got a lot to cover here, and I really want to hear what he got to say.
Ever go on Fresh and Fit after hours with the girls? No, Fresh and Fit have issues with my sisters where they outright saying they don't fuck with black women, and my mother black, so I can't be part of that. I can't be part of that. Anybody who's just, I mean, like my sister's got a lot of learning to do, but you can't never say I don't fuck with the sisters and expect me to be part of what you're doing. Mm-hmm. I deal with sisters and a lot of them let me down, but I am not about to what is it when you denounce? I'm not about to denounce my sisters, goddammit. And it is my opinion, they put a lot of easy targets in a room and talk crazy to them. Tell them to get into a room where everybody not an easy target. I'm talking about a lot of these podcasters. They easy targets. I just can't do it. Like who we have up here, I try not to have easy targets up here. But the point I'm trying to make, when these podcasters use easy targets, it's not really respectable to me.
Look, let me go ahead and pause it real quick. This is what I was talking about, and you about to see a clear example of that. You know when you about to bring somebody on your show if it's going to be about entertainment or it's about to be something serious. I really truly believe a lot of these shows and these platforms, they have conversations with their guests before they come on the show. They already know they're going to argue. They already know they're going to fight. I think a lot of it is scripted, to be fair. Fresh and Fit show is about roasting. It's about being loud, being obnoxious. It's about flexing. It has its days where it comes off like they're really trying to help, but then when you put people in a room full of alcohol, what good are you really going to get out of that? Right? All right, put it this way. If I asked anybody here to come on the show and talk about anything serious, I want to have an honest adult conversation about it. I don't want you inebriated. I don't want to be inebriated. I want you to be able to express yourself however you see fit. We don't do or put censorship on anyone, but we have to be respectable to each other on this platform. Why? Because there's a number of people, when they leave, they're going to have their own impression on who you are, about your character, about your approach, about your beliefs. You want people to understand your position. Doesn't really matter if they agree or disagree. This is one of the reasons why I can understand certain people not wanting to do it. I know Candace Owens, she's been a part of his show before, and I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna keep playing it, but I don't necessarily think they hate black people. I think it's rage bait, though. I do. I honestly think a lot of people just say certain things because it's going to trigger people. People are sensitive in 2025. Everything gets people's panties in a bunch.
Be very clear about this. I understand your juxtapoy girlfriend, but this is our show. We run it the way that we want. So
okay,
if
I'm
I'm
just
speaking,
talking.
we're
She's very
gonna run it.
hot when she sticks up for transgenders.
Yeah. So
I like this side of her. I've never got to see.
Dude, control your girl. Control your girl. I'm serious. Control your girl.
Really?
Yes, control your girl. She's acting crazy right now. Control your woman.
Are you? I don't think she's acting crazy.
She's good. She don't know where she at, man. Control your woman.
Okay, enough. Change the copy.
Look, let me be
That's just
extremely
fucking
clear about
gross.
this.
Shame on you.
Yo, let me be extremely clear about this.
Please don't cry.
I feel you.
I mean, like, some people want to get some money by views. Okay.
I had to check somebody the other day over that. The dude Myron was Fresh and Fit.
What happened?
How black women are the lowest on the totem pole of attractiveness to him. I mean, black women wouldn't even look at you, but whatever. But this fool had like he did research on the weirdest statistics that are hardest to deal with in customer service. Why would you even research? Like, who conducted that study, for one? It's so I checked. I said, you are a very interesting person. I've never met a person like you. I didn't think people like you existed, being black and hating himself so much, right? Because he's on black people so much. He wears the Ku Klux Klan hood, like it's just goofy. They're like, bro, they don't like you. A white racist dude will use you, but he don't respect you.
Message.
Myron Gaines is a troll. Myron Gaines knows what pisses people off. He knows how the algorithm works. Some of y'all like feet. Some of y'all like yoga videos. Some of you like feministic videos. Everybody has a preference. What Myron does, he likes to trigger people. Now, you can trigger people and still tell the truth, but he takes it into a entirely different extreme. One thing I will concede on though, right? Even though I don't agree with everything that he says and does, we do pick and choose who we get offended by. We do overly get sensitive when certain things are brought up, even if it's the truth. Do I agree with everything he says? No. But the elephant in the room is the elephant in the room. Some things are just right there in your face. You can't ignore it. And until we start actually being honest with ourselves and how we conduct ourselves as adults, we're not really going to get anywhere. You might not like the fact that he said it the way he said it, but some of that stuff really be true. Not all of it, but a lot of it really is accurate. It's difficult, bro, to have balance, right? Because, like I said, everybody's delivery is different. I'm not going to sit up here and talk fast and say 30 million words in 2 seconds, and I'm not going to pull up a whole bunch of statistics and flashcards just to paint my picture and to get you to understand where I'm coming from. I'm not trying to be anybody other than myself, just giving my own perspective on what I'm seeing. I don't have the desire to piss you off just because I know that's going to make you argue with me. I don't have the desire to trigger a bunch of adults over things that I have concerns over. If I speak on things that I have concerns on, it's not because I'm trying to antagonize or start a race war or any crazy stuff like that. He has his own science and his own formula, and it's worked. It has worked for years. The man, him and Fresh, they've made millions of dollars off of their content. Whether or not we agree or disagree on how they do things, they've made a large amount of money off of it. Why? Because you have angry, broken men out there who love and enjoy the way that he talks to these women. It doesn't matter if they black or not. Which is interesting, and I'm gonna play this clip again because they showed 2 of them. I watched both of those videos, and this is what I was talking about. Rewind 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I was watching them at work. I had the earbuds in and I was just doing my job and I was listening to it. As time progressed, you start seeing other YouTubers doing these little wars between each other. And then they start pulling up files and old clips and contradictory stories and things that Fresh and Fit supposed to stand for. You see somebody on this off-brand channel that gets suggested to you on YouTube, they got a whole 30-minute clip exposing Myron for not really having control over his girl. You get Fresh sitting up here having all of these different little things going on with him and foreigners paying for vagina and this, that, and the third. And then it's like, shit. With fame comes great responsibility. You put all this anger and all this hatred out there, and you so arrogant and cocky, you're going to have people that's going to come for your spot. Whether it's them trying to expose you for being phony, or it's trying to get other people to understand that everything is not what you've seen.
What's up? This bruh, man, from the fifth floor. I just want you to know that you watching You Just Got Juiced reactions. Don't forget, you got the juice now.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44. on YouTube. It's your boy, You Just Got Juice, and we are back at it again for another live reaction video. If this is your first time here on this channel, let me just say thank you very much for checking out this small channel and helping me grow, as we are currently on our way to surpass 6,000 subscribers in this short amount of time of 12 months. I just started doing this journey back in January 1st. That was my first New Year's resolution I ever stuck to in my life, and the hard work is finally paying off.
You don't understand how much gay drama has taken from my career. I want the world to be aware that these people beefing about everything but are not going to tell you who they are. Me going up against the Backdoria mob is just like in the Bible when David went up against Goliath. I am outnumbered. I'm in a situation where I don't have a chance to win. Do you know the story of David and Goliath?
Yeah.
David was a little guy. Goliath was 9'1". They had giants. Giants are them angels that came down here and fuck regular bitches. Wasn't nobody else to fuck, but back then you could get off fucking a sheep.
Right.
But they didn't want the sheep, even though sheep stick as hell.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to tell you, David went up against Goliath, and he was the smallest out of all his brothers. Goliath was kicking up dust, making it where everybody paper fucked up on some Debo shit. Just murking motherfuckers. It was ready to be a war over this goddamn Goliath. David took him on. And when he took him on, they tried to give him these weapons like swords and things like that. You know what David said? Righteousness and God is behind me. I don't need none of that. I grab these rocks and fight this big motherfucker. We are fighting Goliath with rocks over here. It ain't no agency coming to bail me out. Everything I do, I gotta bail myself out. When somebody lie on me and say, yo, Corey did this, I got to finance my way out of it, because that's what it comes to, finances.
Just to add some context to this shit, it don't matter if you're a big streamer or a small streamer. You going up against the algorithm. You going up against celebrities. You going up against fans who idolize celebrities. You going up against trolls. You going up against guidelines and censorship. You going up against people who just miserable and bitter, and they don't want to see you succeed at all. You going up against thumbnails, and going up against topics, and going up against being the most creative and the most innovative. You have to be able to keep the audience's attention. You have to be unique. You have to be consistent. You have to be relentless. You have to be doing something that everybody isn't. Yeah, it's like that. Anybody who thinks doing this is easy, it is not. This shit is hella difficult. Especially if you have nothing but the desire to tell the truth, to be authentic, and to cultivate a healthy balance of honesty and transparency. People love drama. They don't want solutions. People want to see you suffer. They want to see you consistently going against the machine. If you the underdog, good luck. In his case, you're not really at much of a disadvantage to me. Everybody know who you are. Who doesn't know who Corey Holcomb is? Right? You don't get and I say this respectfully, you don't just start a YouTube channel with 1 subscriber, my nigga. You don't start Instagram and Twitter and all these other platforms. Like you, Fresh and Fit, and all of them, y'all came in with thousands of followers. It might have took you some time to get where you are. It didn't take very long. You didn't have the same tribulations that someone like myself would. You don't. And on top of that, you're connected to people. Kevin Hart, et cetera, et cetera. You know people that would absolutely push you further just off association. I don't have that luxury. I have to do all of this from scratch. All of it. So I'm not really on board with the David and Goliath story. The only reason why I kind of understand where you coming from is because if I'm to believe that this is true, you are speaking on behalf of folks who don't want to get their channels taken down. And you're speaking on behalf of folks who don't want to get demonetized. They don't want to get in trouble with YouTube or these other platforms because they doing everything in their power to keep us from talking.
David wind up defeating Goliath with a rock. A little bitty motherfucker. Hit him right here. Pew. Knocked him out. Killed him. They was finna go to war over this Goliath because he was Deboing motherfucker.
Yeah.
The Backdoria guys Debo us, man. I'm against all of that. All of that nonsense on the Backdoria side because you're hiding who you are. Now, if you outright with it, I can tolerate you differently than I can tolerate a man who is not telling you, hey, Corey, listen.
Right.
I am trying to have intercourse with a man. I have intercourse with a man. Like I said, most of these guys around here, I see them, they got their entourage, and their entourage tell you everything you need to know. Craig, if I flew around with a hairdresser who was flaming, would you believe that me and this dude just have a business relationship? I mean, like, I'm being honest. Because if I found out
that's funny,
a dude who wear flip-flops was doing your hair, I'd be like, hey, Craig, what up? Just trying to see. When Phil used to have his dreadlocks down his back, he had a bad bitch doing his hair, I bet, right? Phew, he scared me. Ain't no man twist your locks, did they?
Hell no.
One man? God damn. You used to be from that foxhole camp too. God damn. Now I got to follow Phil.
I ain't never ever nigga touch my hair,
A man
bro.
can't twist my locks. That's different than a haircut.
I forgot you said that, yeah.
You sniff belly button too long with a man.
Yeah, because most of the time you're not going to the shop as a man. You're gonna have to sit between somebody's legs. I mean, I go to the shop now because I found somebody that's perfect, and me personally, I like getting my hair washed I like getting my hair washed in the shop, and yeah. So, but before I found this person, it was always somebody coming to my house, or I go over their house, and yeah, I gotta sit on the floor for a long ass goddamn time between their legs. So I like, why would a man be doing another man hair, bro?
He's standing up. Oh, so
I know a man cut my hair,
exactly.
But is it the same as getting your locks twisted? That's the question.
Oh, Lord. You're not sitting between his legs.
Yeah,
You don't know what he did.
See,
you got yours twisted in the barber chair.
We think he's sitting on a cushion.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not getting my hair done by no dude. I'm not. not happening. I just have to teach myself how to do my own shit. There's plenty of tutorials on YouTube. Period.
Is it a difference getting your hair cut versus getting your hair twisted?
Hell yeah, man.
Twisted is different. They are pulling your hair.
Yeah, they touching me.
And twirling it. There's something to that.
The
It's
amount
something
of
to that.
time they stand behind you is a deciding factor.
Say that again.
The amount of time they stand behind you. The haircut is about a 20-minute stand behind. But locks is hours. It might be 2-3 hours, motherfucker, standing by. Okay, 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that. I'm gonna pass on a dude standing behind me with their no. I'm good on that.
With the locks?
Yeah, it take me about an hour.
Right.
If a man greases your scalp.
Yeah, that's against the law.
That's against the law?
Yeah, and in Nigeria, nigga, they'll kill you there. You walk the plank for shit like that. What the fuck?
That's interesting. The different hairstyles of women.
Yeah.
Like one day in the massage place, a man tried to massage my foot, and I told him I can't have it.
Yeah.
He was like, "No, you need a man to do it." Because he said, "I know how to get in there. I'm strong. I can." And I was like, "Already we done went too far."
Nah.
Oh my God! Again.
So a foot massage got to be by a woman for me. Now that ain't look. Maybe. Phil?
To each his own. To each his own.
You ain't never let a man massage your foot? He a pro, Phil.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. And I ain't trying to sound.
Put it this way. The only no dude touches me in that way ever at all. I'm good on that. Period. I don't care if it's a back rub. I don't care if it's a pedicure. I don't care if you clipping my nails, toenails, none of that shit. No. Absolutely not. Hold on, man. I'm trying to get to this. Let me see something.
But it has been a time.
Go ahead and say no to be on the safe side.
When the guys go through
Somebody said no man will ever twist my life neutral. I don't. I could be wrong.
But they're just doing your hair. What do you think they're actually getting off?
Oh, wait, man.
Taking the same amount of time for me to get my hair done, bro.
These niggas still
line this up. That's it, man.
I mean, damn. Brother gave $10. Corey Barber offered to twist his hair in between his legs sitting on the floor.
Hair shit.
I don't think so. I think.
I'm with Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah, like they just can't do it.
What's the service?
It's just that, cutting hair.
I'm trying to find
It ain't
the
gonna
part
hit.
where he was talking about.
That's my opinion.
Oh,
Yeah.
Myron 6.
I tell you, anybody who's just, I mean, like my sister's got a lot of learning to do, but you can't never say I don't fuck with the sisters and expect me to be part of what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I deal with sisters and a lot of them let me down, but I am not about to what is it when you denounce? I'm not about to denounce my sisters, God damn it. And it is my opinion. They put a lot of easy targets in a room and talk crazy to them.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them to get into a room where everybody's not an easy target. I'm talking about a lot of these podcasters. They easy targets. I just can't do it. Like who we have up here, I try not to have easy targets up here. What they say about Aries Spears?
Besides Darlene.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like an easy target. Like having somebody too easy to destroy. Like, for example, when I went on radio show with Kendra G, it was like, are you serious? They just, the way they talk.
Right.
I'm saying like a lot of these women, like what's this lady name? Ebony K. Williams. Like this it's sad. Like they put their foot in their mouth. What that say right there?
He didn't say anything.
Kendra D. Live.
Somebody else.
Okay, thanks for the $19.99. But the point I'm trying to make, when these podcasters use easy targets, it's not really respectable to me.
I feel you.
I mean, like some people want to get some money by views. Okay. You got to deal with your talent pool. But I want to tell you one guy that I would love to talk to is this one guy. He's known as a smart guy, and he's from a different sector of the game than where I'm from. But
O'Shea?
His name is, damn, I don't know why I can't, fucking A. Damn, that shit is so irritating when the names go away.
Still said that. Love that.
Y'all got to understand, a lot of these people, they pick and choose their guests mostly because you know that they're not going to go against the fourth wall. You got brand deals. You making money with these people. You can't say offensive things. You can't speak on the Jewish community. You can't speak on feminism. You can't speak on the LGBTQ community. There's things that celebrities will never talk about publicly because it will cost them millions of dollars. And their friends that they think they're friends, they're not going to associate with them. Why? Because you spoke on something that's going to hurt my pockets. They're not going to want to do business with me because I'm friends with you. Most of these people aren't your friends, man. You ain't never seen one of these big conglomerates sit down with a little channel and have the same conversation that they have nationally. The ones they have in these auditoriums, the ones they have in these big luxurious studios. You never see these people sitting down with regular people. Every time you see them have a discussion about relationships, religion, politics, anytime you see these folks having regular, they talk the same stuff that we do, except they aren't allowed to say what we will say. You know how Twitter is, how the comment sections of Twitter and Facebook and Instagram are. You know how brutal and ruthless those comment sections are. He can't do that. Fresh and Fit can't do that. Marvin does it. No, but nobody likes the fact that he does it. Period. Myron is no different to me than Charlie Kirk. Rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. He's no different. He's just extremely abrasive. And he's using his brain. He know who's gonna get pissed off. He know it's gonna make people want to watch. You're gonna either want to watch because you want to see somebody put him in his place, or you're gonna watch because you want to see him fail, or you're gonna watch because you want to see somebody get embarrassed or humiliated at his disposal. But people like Fresh and Fit, they're not going to have certain folks up there. Kendra D is not going to have certain people up there. They swear they for the people, though. They swear up and down. They love the culture. They love society. They want to see it rebuilt. They want to see it fixed. But you ain't even doing the groundwork with the folks that's actually down here at ground zero at all. You having conversations with folks that's accustomed to drinking Dasani water. You're sitting there having conversations with people who are used to others driving them around. They got 20,000 followers on fucking this and that, and they got 27 million people that follow them on Instagram. Those are the folks that you're having conversations with. Why? Because they reach a broader audience. Their reach goes beyond somebody who ain't really got the same motion. So I can agree and I can understand some of the plights that's said here, but like, come on, bro. Be honest, man. You're not gonna fuck with nobody until they get a certain number of people supporting them and saying, hey, that guy is doing numbers over there. You might want to check them out. That woman over there is doing numbers over there. You might want to check them out. Anything in between that, you don't give a fuck about that. None of them care. They don't see you until you are visible to the public. Respectfully, of course. Hold on, let's play
This game,
you're
not ready for it.
I'm not.
But yeah, I noticed that with Fresh and Fit. I remember it was a point in time I would tune in to their clips because it would just pop across my feed. And yeah, it's entertaining to see them crash out sometime. But like once you sit back and like really analyze it and you really see like who they talking to and how they talk down upon the women on that show, it's just it became to a point where I couldn't tolerate that no more. And and then because I'm a fan of Tommy Sotomayor, and a lot of people like to throw that man like a lot of heat, but he opened up my eyes to a lot of stuff, and he made me realize like our community, it is fucked up, but the thing is, like, try to bring it to their attention and show it to them hopefully it can help and evolving and changing and making us to a better place. But people ain't tend to take likely to the way he talked, because and a majority of the time the people that got offended was the people that he was talking about. And I always say it's a difference between black people and then and niggas. And yeah, and I don't really fuck with niggas. I like to associate myself with black people. So I would try to every time I meet a girl, I'll play a Tommy Sotomayor clip, and she got offended and be like, turn this shit off, or or like, why he calling like black women bitches? I'm like, he ain't talking about black women. He obviously he's talking about a certain type of women. So like whenever I see that sign, I'm like, all right, this ain't the person for me or something like that. But if it was somebody that could laugh at it and we can actually have a conversation and a debate about it, then I'm like, all right, I'm willing to give this person a try.
You don't get offended by something that doesn't apply to you. You don't at all. Why would you be bothered by it? You ain't sleeping with 1 million men. You ain't out here tricking on all these IG models and doing all that freak bullshit. That's not you. So why would it bother you? I never understood that. Never. I don't know why we attach ourselves to things that don't really apply to us. I thought the whole purpose was to attack the issue and then figure out ways to remedy the problem. But constantly fighting and going back and forth over just the delivery without actually attacking the actual topic itself is preposterous. And Tommy Sotomayor, he's another one. He's very blunt. See, I can deal with that. I think there are people who know how to facilitate these conversations without them turning into a screaming match. Everything don't have to be about suck my dick and Fuck you. You don't have to do that for an hour, 2 hours to have a great show, to have a productive one. Everything does not have to be about humiliating another race or tearing down another man or another woman. Fresh and Fit, they will tell you they have doctors up there, they have people with degrees up there, but you listen to them talk, it's like, what? These are really doctors. These people really have PhDs and bachelors, and they sitting here talking about how they did this and did what? That's why I be thinking a lot of that stuff be scripted. Period. So after I started to see O'Shea, Duke Jackson, and Marquette in a number of other platforms, Auburn preach. Soon as I started seeing these different entities break down different characters of people on their platforms, and I'm really doing research and I'm trying to understand. I don't want to jump out the window and assume that this is an evil person. As soon as I started noticing, I'm like, damn, man, I need to start to reevaluate what I'm consuming and what I'm watching, and because this is dangerous, man. We don't really acknowledge or admit it, but this shit is really dangerous because people can have thousands of followers and you will think, oh, because they're funny and they're entertaining, that they're actually speaking with good intentions towards you the entire time. All they want to do is monetize off of you, monetize off of the dissension between men and women, create more division, create discord. They don't really care about fixing anything whatsoever. Their whole objective is to keep you distracted for half of your day while you're at work, or while you're in the gym, or while you're angry at your ex for cheating on you, or while you're lonely at home, upset, wondering why the girl don't like you and why she won't answer her DMs. That's all they do. They push narratives to make you feel like they on your side. They not on your side. A lot of these people are not on your side. It sounds good though. And I was convinced for a long time that Fresh and Fit was really on that type of time. I don't think they're racist though. I have the feeling that their strategy is really to appeal to a specific type of audience, if you know what I mean. Let's finish this bit up. We got like 2 minutes left for this.
But when I watch the Fresh and Fit, you see, like, they just pick like stupid people for they can seem like they know what they talking about and like they all are powerful, and then they just, I don't respect that shit, bro.
That's what I'm talking about. But they'll tell you these are doctors and they from all over the world, from London, from foreign countries and all, but they be talking like they so fucking slow. It come off as if you bring these women up there for eye candy. The whole purpose of these women coming up there is for eye candy, so that they can promote their OnlyFans channels, because they know their audience is full of men who are horny. Their audience is full of men who are horny, desperate, and they need some type of companionship. They make money off of them. So if they bring women on the show who do OnlyFans content, that'll keep the men watching them So they can bash the women. The women, they know they're going to get a bag off of it. They agree to the terms and conditions. They get new clientele from the audience. Fresh and Fit, they get donations because the donations usually most of them will come because the way that Fresh and Fit sets up their platform, they allow their audience to roast the panels, and the panels come there to enjoy them bashing the women on the platform. That's how they make their money. And they might have little, and I just want to say this before I close out. Just because you do good deeds, that don't mean you're a good person. I just gotta put that out there. Because for some reason, people think because you gave a homeless person $5, we're gonna forget that you just beat the shit out your ex-girlfriend, or you kicked her in the stomach and she was 6 months, or you just stole from somebody or some shit. Just because you do a decent deed, that does not mean that you are a good person. I'm not here to tell nobody who to watch or who to listen to. What I am suggesting is we should be more careful with what we consume. And Corey, bro, I understand why you wouldn't want to work with them, but put it in perspective, my guy. You see a lot of things that are extremely offensive too. I don't take nothing on social media offensive. If you want to talk about Palestinians, go ahead. If you want to say niggas are ignorant, go ahead. If you want to talk about white people, go ahead. If you want to talk about the LGBTQ community, if you want to talk about how fake Christians are, if you want to, if it don't apply, let it fly. Freedom of speech. We should be able to have these conversations without everybody getting so offended. Period. Let me play this last little bit.
We don't. I'm like, if we want to debate somebody, like, man, get some real women on your show. Like, stop going to the hood and getting these girls off the street and giving them a couple of dollars for them to be on your show. Cause like half the time they ain't even talking about nothing, bro. And the people that really believe in that content is probably just simple-minded people too, bro. So yeah, you got to be careful with these people on these podcasts, because like a lot of them would be delivering these false messages, but it looks good because people want the views, so they're gonna do anything they can to get those views, even if it.
What I say, it's clear as day. It's like it's obvious. It's very obvious. I don't know how anybody is oblivious to that. All this shit is a script. All of it is matrix. You want something organic. You want it to be natural. You want there to be ebb and flow. You want to be able to relate to the people. I don't like the teleprompter shit. I don't know. I don't know. But shout out. Hold on, let me see. What's bro name? I want to make sure I get this right. Can I pull that up? I just want to give bro a shout out. Salutes to him. He probably don't see this though, but I seen somebody else had reacted to it before. This one came across my desk. I said, yeah, this is the perfect one. We gotta do better. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Period. Yeah, so shout outs to everybody that pulled up. I don't watch Fresh and Fit no more. If you ever see me do a reaction video to them, if you ever see me do a reaction video to any podcast, it's specifically for the topic that they're covering. It has nothing to do with the fact that I find them entertaining. I don't even see things the same way that I used to when it comes to these shows, because it's too theatrical, way too much. But I appreciate y'all for hanging out tonight, man. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Off tomorrow, spinning back Monday, fresh new week, Lord willing. Y'all take it easy. Do me a solid if you don't mind before you go. Peace.